So Tyler, how you doing today?
I am so awesome. Chris, happy
Awesome,
to be here
awesome.
with you.
So I just wanted to get you on here. I know there's a lot of new things going on with prospecting and guidelines, and there's a lot of agents that are trying to figure out multiple ways to get new listings. So I know there's a feature within Redx that not many people talk about. It's the Redx Ad Builder, and I just wanted to kind of learn a little bit more about it and see how it can help all of us kind of grow our business and take more listings.
Okay, so I'm so glad that you brought this up. Ad Builder, in my opinion, is one of the coolest tools that Redx has ever built. And the reason why is because we have to, as agents, we have to be gathering people's attention where they're already giving it. Right? Which means if people are giving their attention to social media, which we know that they are, 47% of the world's population over the age of 13 logs into Facebook monthly. Okay, so if you think that's not including all the other platforms that are out there, right? Facebook, 47% of the world's population over the age of 13 log into Facebook monthly. So if you're not on social media, using social media as a strategy to gather listings and build your brand and reputation, you're missing an opportunity because somebody else in your marketplace is, right? But there are some challenges when it comes to social media. Like, have you ever run paid ads with zero success, Chris?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know a lot of agents who have. In fact, it's not uncommon for me if I'm doing like a prospecting training or something and I ask that question, it's not uncommon for the comments in that Zoom to be like me, right? Tons of people know they should be doing it, but just don't know how to do it successfully. And there's some big challenges that come with paid ads. Number one, how do I write an ad that works? I mean, that's one of the biggest things is people go, well, how do I write an ad that works that's going to get approved, right?
Yes.
Because anytime we select housing as one of the disclaimers, which we have to do on Meta's platform, it makes it tougher to get things approved. So number one, how do we do that? I teach people in a number of the trainings that Redx does. I teach them a step-by-step process to create ads that work, that are relevant for the people that you're targeting, but that get approved. Right? That's the key there. We want ads that go out there and get approved. Um, the other thing uh, is when you're targeting people on Facebook or Instagram, right, using the Meta Ads Manager, the moment that you say, "Hey, this is housing related," Meta removes some of the ability for you to target the people that you want. Am I right?
Yes.
And that makes it really hard. Uh, Ad Builder solves that problem. It solves it by using custom audiences and managing and maintaining custom audiences. So you can take a list of leads from inside of Vortex and you can target those exact people on Facebook and Instagram with an ad. So just picture this with me, okay? Picture an ad targeting expired listings in your area that you just have run every single day for a month or 2 or 3 months. And imagine every expired listing in your area seeing that ad, but nobody else. It means that you can get really specific with the message, right? So um, here's what's really awesome is every day there's new expireds. We're going to take those new expireds and upload those to that audience so they're seeing it. But when expireds relist on the MLS with another agent, we'll pull them down out of that audience. So your marketing dollars, Chris, are only being spent on the people that you want to see your message. And that's the key there. And so here's what's wild when I ask people if they're doing ads with no success, and again, you see tons of comments. I will then often ask, how much money have you spent? And it's not uncommon for me to see people spending many thousands of dollars, right? Five, six, seven. I've had many people in the $10,000 to $15,000 range that are like, I've had zero transactions come out of that money that I invested. Here's what's wild. When you have a really specific message where you're targeting a very specific group of people, so expired homeowners with a message that says, "Hey, are you frustrated that your home came off the market without selling?" Well, here's the solution. When you get real specific, your marketing budget doesn't have to be big. So it's not uncommon for my clients who are using Ad Builder to be spending $1 a day or $2 a day on their ad and having that be seen by several thousand people.
Wow.
So you're talking 30, 40, 50, $60 a month in ad spend. We're not talking thousands of dollars, Chris. So here's an example, and I'll show you real life evidence from my ad builder account here. I use this to target people around open houses for my team. Okay, so we've got an open house this Saturday. I'll use GeoLeads and I'll geo target the people around that, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people closest to that. And I'll target those people with an ad for 3 or 4 or 5 days. Guess what my ad spend is? $10. That's what I
Wow.
spend. I spend $10 and that'll be seen by anywhere from 300 to 2,500 people for $10. And we drive people to those open houses. So it's phenomenal when you get really specific with the message and the audience. You can be really, really specific with the dollars that you're spending. So can I show you? Is that all
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So let me show you here. Let me pull up. Okay. So Ad Builder is built right into Vortex. So anybody watching this video, they're familiar with Vortex, right? And Redx and all the leads that Redx provides. We've got the GeoLeads and the expireds and all of that. But if I want to target those people, I can do it right within Ad Builder. This is another problem that Ad Builder solves is when you go into Meta, for example, Meta was not designed for real estate agents, Chris. It was designed for companies like Nike that have a $25 million ad spend every month. So it's far more robust than the vast majority of us need. This allows me to create the ads that target people on Facebook and Instagram, but right inside of Vortex. So check this out. This is an open house that I ran recently. I ran it for 3 days. I had an audience of about 8,000 people that I was going to. You can see here my ad spend, $10. It was seen 2,500 times, 15 cents per click. That's
Wow.
less than $1 per click, right? 15
Yeah.
cents. And we packed that open house. We put 17 parties through that open house. Ad Builder is so easy. Now, here's what's awesome. You can create an ad from scratch, and it's so simple to do. I can come in here and go, you know what? I want to drive traffic to a landing page. Here's who I want to target. And you can target geographically using Facebook's location targeting, or you can get specific and say, you know what? I want to target all of the expired listings in my marketplace, which right now is
Wow.
12,825. So I can target these 12,000 people and I get to just create the ad right here. So I can go, hey, here's the image that I'm going to upload, and here's the message of my ad, and I'm going to send them to my website. And here's the headline, right? So I literally create it right here, and then it goes, great. This is the preview of your ad. Here's what it looks like. And I can view that preview on Facebook or Instagram as a reel or a story and see what it looks like. Or I can say, you know what? I just want to target people on Facebook, or I just want to target people on Instagram, right? So I can get real specific with how I'm doing this. And once I've got this figured out, then I set my duration and my budget. So I go, I want this ad to start immediately, and I want to run it until, the 22nd of February. And then it'll say, well, how much do you want to spend? Well, I have to spend at least $1 a day. That's a requirement of Meta. So I say, you know what? I'm going to spend that bare minimum of $1 per day. Here's my disclosure, right? It's housing. We know that. We gotta check that box. And here's the summary of my ad. I literally, if I were to hit submit right now, that would go live to my Facebook, my Meta, right? It was that easy. It's right here, and then all of the results are still housed right here inside of Vortex. So I can see all the stats. I can make edits and modifications to the budgets, the times, the ad itself, all right here within the platform. It's so simple, right? And the reality is, we only charge for access to the tool. We charge $50 a month for people to use Ad Builder. They could use
Wow.
it as a standalone product. They could use it in tandem with their other leads that they're getting from Redx, and they can target anybody that they want to inside of Vortex. So if you've got your past client list, you can import that into Vortex and target those people on Facebook and Instagram, right? If you've got a list of buyers that you're getting from another source, you can target those people on Facebook and Instagram. It's so awesome. And the reality is, you don't have to have crazy ad spend, and you don't have to be an incredible marketer, because we even have templated ads. If somebody's like, I don't know how to create an ad message, they can just pick a template and use it. I mean,
That's
it is
huge.
so it's so simple for people to do, and it's so easy that I mean, I'm seeing people with phenomenal results, myself included, using Ad Builder. But it all comes down to a couple of things. Targeting the people that we want to target with a relevant message with specific ad spend. And Redx doesn't, you don't pay the ad spend to Redx. You pay it right to Facebook and Instagram. So I have zero skin in the game as to whether or not you pay $1 a day or $100 a day. It doesn't matter to me. And so I generally tell people start with the minimum and work up from there.
That's awesome. I love the part where you can drop your own link to your own website because
Right?
I didn't know it worked like that. I kind of figured it was just like brand awareness ads where, they would just be running, people see your name. Like that's great. I mean, it's good to build your brand awareness, but I didn't realize that you could actually drive them to a page. Like that's pretty cool.
I,
That's good.
I, I have clients that are using this to drive expired listings to a Calendly link or something similar where the expired listings are going, yes, I want to schedule time with you to talk about why my home didn't sell. Like, how amazing to have expired listings reaching out to you. I mean, that's what I'm seeing happen with a lot of my clients. It's awesome. So
That
awesome.
that's incredible. And I mean, another good part about this is there's no management fee. So a lot of the like marketing managers or things that are out there that make Facebook ads or Meta ads a lot easier, they charge a management fee. So
Yeah.
to simplify it this easily to be able to retarget people and also get a new audience in just by clicking a button is huge. That's a game changer.
It is awesome. And again, the tool's $50 a month. So I mean, it's unreal. We also have our ultimate prospecting bundle, right? Like if you go onto my website and you pick everything that Redx has, you're like between $600 and $700 a month, sometimes more, depending on some of the upgrades. We sell that whole package, I mean, all day long for $399. So if somebody called into the sales team and they were like, "Hey, I want that," we would sell them that bundle. Ad Builder is included in that. And so they could target the vacant rental properties. They could target the for sale by owners. They could target the expireds or the GeoLeads like I do for open houses. I mean, they can get real specific along with anybody else that they have a list of.
Yeah, that's huge. And I love the fact that you can kind of target people that you're already nurturing. So that would be a totally different message than people that never heard of your brand that you're just trying to reach out to now. So the customizability of it is fantastic. I mean, that's great. So yeah, and another thing I like about Redx too, and this is one reason that I personally use it with my sales team, is you can kind of pick the things you want. You can obviously get the full package. This is what we
Yeah.
use, but you can handpick the things that you're going to use and the things that you don't use, you don't have to select those. Whereas like other prospecting platforms, I find that they make you buy the entire bundle. It's like all or nothing. So that's one thing that I really do like about Redx is you can kind of handpick the items and the products that are going to work for your business. And the ones that you're never going to use, you don't have to add them on and get charged for them every single month.
And I'm with you, right? It can be like a build your own. At some point, it makes sense financially. You go, look, I'm spending this much already. I might as well have everything. And that's why we have that bundle at a discounted price. But for somebody that's like, I just want expireds and I just want to target them on Facebook, they can do that for $120 a month, right? They could get the expireds, they could get ad builder, and they could target all the expireds. And so I mean, you can easily get down under $100 a month using different Redx services and the combination of packages and things. So it's not like people have to have a massive budget. We're not talking about your $20,000 online buyer lead budget that you've got to spend every month. We're talking about people that are close to a transaction, right? You've got your expireds and your for sale by owners, your distressed properties, right? 16% of distressed properties, people that are in the foreclosure process, they just list the home on the MLS and it's a typical transaction. You've got 37% of the expired listings that relist within 90 days. And so, I mean, these are high converting lead sources. And I don't know anybody who has a sphere of influence that converts at 37%. I mean, yes, you want to be milking your sphere because there's transactions there, but not at 37%, right? Which means
No.
having these other lead types that convert is really, and then having the tools to do that is a big deal.
Well, I think the big thing too here is that it's so budget friendly. Like as a new agent or an agent that doesn't have a giant budget, some of these other ways to generate business like Google pay-per-click, they just require a lot more. Like for example, with our own real estate team, we're about to cut a check for $1,600 a month to do Google pay-per-click.
Yeah.
Plus We have an ISA that we pay per hour to call those leads and convert them and hand them off. But if you're just starting out and you're prospecting, you're doing the hard work, tying something like this into it can be a giant leverage point without the giant bill at the end of the month, that some of these platforms take to get them going. So,
100%. I've always said this, Chris. You put me into any market nationwide with a Redx account and a cell phone, and I'm going to take listings in 7 days because I'm calling the people that are close to a transaction. I'm not breaking the bank, and I'm going to start taking listings right away. And obviously, we want to add those people to a database and nurture them over time. That's what we want to get to. We want business to walk in the door. But new agents, especially, we typically don't have the sphere of influence or the database that is going to provide the lifestyle that we're hoping for. So we've got to go build that database. What better way to do that than find people that want to transact now and add those people into a database that you can nurture and repeat business over many, many years. So I mean, I might be a little bit biased, right? The name's on the wall behind me, but the reality is, if I had to cancel every other service that I have, I'd keep my Redx account and my cell phone, and I'd thrive.
yep. I think they're the best. They're the bottom of the funnel, and as long as
Yep.
you have the skill set to convert them, I mean, it's going to work great. Quick question now. I mean, this is one of the big things that I think of right away as soon as you started showing me the platform. It looks super user friendly to use. However, how user friendly is it to actually connect to Facebook Ads Manager?
So there's a when you get your Redx account and you click on Ad Builder for the first time, there's a 6-step process that you go through to connect it to your ad account. It'll even take you through those steps if you don't have an ad account. It adds some extra steps if you have to do that. But here's what's awesome, Chris, is we have live in-house customer support. So if somebody was going through that process and they were like, I don't understand what this is asking of me, which inevitably will happen, right? Sometimes we just don't know what we don't know, and so we need help. They can, right within the platform, they can click a button and chat with a live agent right there to get their questions answered. And our customer support is phenomenal. And I don't say that about everybody. I mean, our customer support is rated a 9.6 out of 10 by our customers. I mean, if AT&T had customer service that good, I'd be a lot happier AT&T customer,
True.
right? I mean, they're phenomenal. And so if somebody was ever like, yeah, but I'm a little nervous to get started, I would say just jump in and we are there to help you. I don't know of another company that has as many resources to help you succeed with the product that you just bought from us than Redx.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing is the first thing I thought of was like, hey, if I'm not a tech savvy agent, how hard will this be to get up and running? Because I mean, I think anybody can figure out the front end dashboard that you showed us. I mean, that looks super user friendly. But as someone that does run meta ads, I know once you get into that ads manager, it starts looking a little crazy. And I didn't know how simple it would be to connect to that if it's someone that never did Facebook ads or somebody that doesn't understand that isn't super tech savvy and they just focus on running their real estate business. So the fact that you guys have that support is big just to get
Yeah.
things up and running.
Yeah, it goes a long way. I mean, at any point in our career, we're going to need help somewhere. Redx makes sure that if you need help with Redx, we're there.
That's huge. So Tyler, if they have questions about this or if they want to look into it more, I'm going to drop an affiliate link down in the description below where they'll be able to save a little bit of money on Redx if they decide to sign up for it. But there will be information on Ad Builder and you can kind of click around and see a little bit more about how it can help you build your business. So I'll drop that in the description below and reach out to us if you have questions.
Yeah, and here's what I would say is if there's questions that clicking on that link doesn't answer, call in and ask us. We're not going to pressure you. We're going to try to figure out what your goals are, and we're going to try to recommend products and services that align with that. But ultimately, when you do, make sure that you mention New Agent HQ because there are some discounts associated there, and we want to make sure that to give those to the people that came through this video.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey, thanks, Tyler. Thanks for coming on. I mean, you did a great job explaining this, and I
Thank
think
you.
it's going to help a lot of agents, especially now with this new market where it's super competitive. And if this can give somebody the competitive edge just to get their business going and consistent again, I think will be a game changer.
Amen. I'm with you.
Awesome. Thanks again, Tyler.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks for tuning in to New Agent HQ. On this channel, we try to give you all the resources to be confident and successful as a new agent from day one. If you like this kind of content, smash the like button and subscribe, and be sure to check out this video here. I think you'll enjoy it.